Good morning and welcome back towards another video, and today we are going to be going over the Blackrock depths. Let us begin. Okay, so today we're going to be going over towards the Blackrock depths. Now there are two ways of actually farming this up. Now you can go for the full clear, and this will take up quite a substantial amount of time. However, there is a lazy method in which I would like to cover also, which is my preferred method. However, for this one, we're going to be wanting to beeline it directly in and running around the actual instance. Now, one keynote thing to mention is when you're actually farming up this dungeon, as well for transmog in general, as I primarily love farming up transmog, the thing to actually note is that you can actually get a load of dark iron ore deposits within this said dungeon. You basically gather up these mobs just over here, and then you also want to pull these ones in here as well. You basically all you have to do is just run behind this part, and it makes all the casters run to you, burn those ones down, and loot up as you so wish. The thing to do after that is run over towards the Shadowforge gate. You're going to be wanting to jump into this part of the dungeon now, and what you're going to be wanting to do is gather up all of these trash mobs over here as well. This is because Blackrock Depths has a wide variety of high value transmog within here, and along with that can actually be farmed up relatively easily. Now you can just go left as you come into the instance and just farm up these loads of mobs, and that is my preferred method, as I'll generally mine up that dark iron ore right there. I'm very much well aware I'm leaving gold on the table, but this is just an example of the actual farm. You can just stop and pick up all of that loot. Alongside that, when you're actually farming up this particular dungeon, you want to just make sure that you can tag every single pack of mobs, because some of them are quite spaced out and you really don't want to be spending all of your time just gathering up all those mobs just singly by yourself. So having an ability like Soothe or Typhoon really helps in the grand scheme of things. I make sure that I finish off in one particular corner, and then once that's done I will then burn these mobs down, run back and AoE them, and then farm them all up. And I found that Dreamwalk is not really that effective with this dungeon when I'm actually farming it all up. I prefer to actually just run back to the instance entrance, jump out, reset the instance, and so on and so forth. If we head in towards Worth It right now, we can see that you can get quite a wide variety of different types of items. That is the Battle Chaser's Greaves, 2,000 gold, the Blister Bane Warp, 13,000, the Stone Shield Cloak, 50,000 gold, the Funeral Pyre Vestment, 200 gold, the Mar Alum's Grip, 200,000 gold, the Brain Cage for 4,000 gold, the Searing Needle 1,989 gold, and the Doom Forged Straight Edge for 70,000 gold, pretty awesome, the Rib Splitter 2,000 gold, the Judge's Gavel 3,000 gold, and the Spire of the Stone Shaper for 250,000 gold. Now it goes without saying that some of these items aren't worth a great deal because they got higher drop chances, but the ones that are worth doing is obviously the Spire of the Stone Shaper and the Doom Forged Straight Edge. Those ones are typically your best ones to get a hold of, but there are quite a few, such as like the Stone Shield Cloak, that actually sells relatively well in the grand scheme of things. Overall, if I do my lazy method, it takes me around about 20 minutes. If I do my long method, it will take me around about 40 minutes. Give or take, with a speed set in mind, I can get that done in around about a full clear in around about 36 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes, depending on how focused I am at farming this. I generally farm rather casually, so it's usually on the more bigger side of those numbers when it comes towards farming up that dungeon to get my 10 instance lockouts for this hour. Other than that, guys, if you want any additional content or any additional gold making resources or information, then please feel free to go over towards the Patreon. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.